It is an overcast 68 degrees, and today I am out at the Withlacoochee State Trail, specifically at the Croom River Loop Trail. Gonna do about 4 miles and have a good time, hopefully. So I hope you'll join me and walk with me for a minute. Let's go. I don't know if you're familiar with the term silent walking. It's a newfangled thing where you're supposed to go walking without your headphones. You know, without any entertainment while you're out here in the woods, or as everyone who's over 35 years old used to call it, walking. You know. So anyway, I'm silent walking today, except for all the times I'm talking to myself in this camera. We'll see how it goes. No audiobooks, no music, no podcasts. Only me and my thoughts. Help. So here's where the loop forks off and goes in different directions. It says Blue Loop Trail. It's not what it's called on all trails, that's okay. But like the great Yogi Berra said, when you come to a fork in the road, take it. So let's take it. See where we go. Into the woods, into the woods, into the woods, do-do-do-do-do-do-do. I don't know the words. Into the woods. One of the things I noticed right away as I was walking this trail is that a decent portion of it is sand. Now, where I'm at in Florida, we are still an hour away from the beach, so it's not like this is coastal sand, but so much of our state is built on this. Just remind you that at some point in the past, perhaps some point in the future, this is going to be underwater. So a little easier on the back and knees for right now, but it can get tough to walk in if you do it for a long time. So if you're hiking in Florida, walking in Florida, you're going to run into a lot of sand. So be prepared, wear good shoes, keep powering through. Let's keep going. I've been silently walking now for about 23 minutes. So far, my thoughts have not turned against me. Still doing all right. Just kind of got Usher songs from the Super Bowl the other night running through my head. If you want to know, yes, I did perform all Ludacris's verse on Yeah, but I did self-censor because my youngest was in the room. And there's a lot more to self-censor on that than I remembered, and I'm glad I was able to nail it. So that was a high point of the week. Anywho, let's keep walking. Real dark chocolate, and apparently it's vegan. I'm not, but it is. Still tastes good. 200 calories, 12 grams of protein. I'd like for it to have more protein, but again, balling on a budget, so this will do. Anyway, I'm gonna eat this and keep walking. Let's go. This trail is called the Croom River Trail Loop, and I think we might have found the river. There it is. Nice and peaceful like, just like what's inside my head. Nice and peaceful. Not exactly. But we're about halfway through. We found the river. Let's keep moving along. Walk with me. Check it out. We found something kind of cool. There's a little walkway down here just off the path, almost like some natural steps down here. Still going to be careful to get a little bit closer to the river. And a couple weeks ago I showed you the only river rapids in the state of Florida over at Hillsborough River State Park. We might have more. Check that out. Raging river. Pretty cool. If you've been following along with my hiking adventures, you know I love a canopy. This is the first canopy so far on this loop. Kind of a thin canopy, but I'm not judging. It's a canopy, and I love it. Beautiful. Seeing those rapids reminded me of a story from a boys' trip when I was in early high school. We went up to North Georgia and we went rafting on the Nantahala River. Now, the Nantahala River is kind of like a beginner's river for rafting, and so they let you guide your own boat. And so I had been rafting before, so I very overconfidently said I would be the guide. A lot of my buddies there, and one of them was Todd. He'd never been before, so he was a little nervous. So we take the little safety course, and one of the things they tell you is if you fall in, don't stand up. You know, your foot can get trapped, the water can push you over, you could drown. Bad news. So we go through the rapids. I have no idea what I'm doing, and I do everything very poorly. We hit every rock, we hit every root. Terrible. Somewhere along the way, I'm voted out. There's a mutiny, I don't want to talk about it. But then we hit another set of rapids, and Todd falls over into the middle of the raft, right on his back, arms in the air, legs in the air, flailing. And we're yelling at him to get up. We need him to help paddle. And he's just, no, I can't stand up. So finally we get through the rapids, we get over to the side. We're like, Todd, dude, we needed you. Why didn't you get up? They told me if you fall in, don't stand up. Dude, you're in the raft. You could stand up in the raft. Anyway, that's why we call Todd Turtle. What's up, Turtle? Miss you, man. Whew. Good memories. Let's keep walking. About 45 minutes in, still silent walking. My brain started working overtime thinking, is it called silent walking? I don't want to sound dumb. There's this trend. I don't want to be like, oh, I'm trying to follow the trend. I don't even know what it's called. So I was like, is it silent walking? Is it something else? For a second I thought, is it naked walking? Don't ask me why. I said maybe I should Google that. Don't Google that. Just a tip. It is silent walking. We are now at the point of the trail where we are leaving the river behind, saying goodbye. And so real quick, top 3 songs about a river. Here we go. Proud Mary by CCR and Tina Turner. Absolute classic. Chattahoochee by Alan Jackson. And for all of us who grew up singing that song as like 8, 9, 10-year-olds, go back, listen to the lyrics, understand what you were singing, okay? Last but not least, Garth Brooks' The River. Now, that one could get removed if you think Need to Breathe are singing about a river in Washed by the Water. So if that is indeed a river, I don't believe it's specifically said, but if it is indeed a river, that moves up to number 3. Otherwise, it's Garth Brooks' The River. I'll hear no arguments because you probably won't make a video, but if you write them in the comments, I will read the arguments, but you'll still be wrong. Let's keep going. So that earlier canopy was kind of thin. This one's a little thicker. Man, I love a canopy. Walking straight ahead, almost like I'm walking into the entrance to the secret garden, except not really at all. But like, I only watched that movie once when I was really young, so this is kind of what it reminds me of. So also I have a terrible memory, so maybe it's nothing like that at all, but in my brain it is. There are clearly a lot of positives to the silent walking thing. You know, you can connect with nature, clear your mind, those sorts of things. But for someone with anxiety, I can tell you one downside. I notice all of the sounds around me now, and for the most part that's pleasant, birds chirping and whatnot. But when there's something rustling in the bushes just off to the side and you can't see anything, I'm not like a scaredy cat or anything, but you know, like I walk a little faster. So all of my friends with anxiety, just something to keep in mind. I'm gonna walk a little faster because I think I heard something. Let's go. We are coming to the end of the trail here today. And on a serious note, I just want to say I can't believe I'm here and how lucky I am to be here. Many of you know I left my previous employer at the end of last year. It was just the time to do it. I needed a little mental health break, figure out where I was headed in the future, and to be able to come out here and connect with nature and have fun and kind of be goofy with you guys has been really great. Someone just texted me asking if I was still at the previous place, and I said no. And they said, oh, well, I'm really sorry unless you're happy. And then I'm really happy. And I said, I'm happy. So you can be too. So if you're in a tough spot or a life change, something's going on that you didn't expect or is a new thing in your life, just take a deep breath. You'll be all right. You'll get through it. And there might be just wonderful things out there for you that you never knew you could have. I hope that for you. Anyway, let's finish this thing up. Let's go. And with that, we have just about completed the Croom River Trail Loop. My final thoughts, it was a nice trail. It's an easy walk, lots of pine trees, some good scenery. The river is beautiful, lots of good shots of the river. Not very crowded out here today. I am here on a weekday, so not a lot going on. Not a lot of people run out to on the trail. Could easily walk it, probably could bike it. Dogs are fine. Just a nice, relaxing day outside, and the weather has been great too. So that was it. Red Croom Loop Trail. If you enjoyed that, hey, come back and join me again. We're going to be doing these frequently. Maybe consider subscribing. Ooh, I feel weird even saying that, but hey, consider subscribing to follow along. And if you have a place you'd like me to go and check out and walk the trail, leave it in the comments. I'd love to hear about it or anything else you want to share. Take care, and thanks for walking with me.